Hi, everybody. Welcome back to In the Cards and Stars for another live stream tarot tea time. How's everybody doing? Happy Monday. I saw that Sage Moon already popped in here to say hello and that Sage is not going to be able to make it to the live, but wanted to pop in to wish everyone a fun live and a fantastic week ahead. Thank you so much, Sage. You were so sweet. We love you so much. And I hope that you're having a really great day and that you also have a great week. We will miss you. Hey, Gunyar, how's it going? Okay, guys. So while everybody comes on in, I'm going to start with just talking about a little bit of the astro tea floating around in the universe. Finally, Mercury is direct. Okay. Oh my gosh. And this week has really good astrology. So this is going to be a great week. Last week was a little bit rocky. And, like I was kind of talking about last time we were streaming, I had heard from a lot of astrologers and myself, I'd seen some of the aspects, and I was thinking it wouldn't be like the best week, but I'm telling you, astrology in the wild moment. I was so sick last week. Y'all know this. And I was just like, yeah, of course, this was the astrology. And this week, it's like the sun comes out and the vibes should be high. Things should be working in more ways than one. We have Venus and Jupiter conjunct. So look at your Cancer house in your birth chart. Things are going to be going great. But just overall, because everybody's getting a little bit of a boost this week, you can just expect high vibes, good things happening. So we love to see it, and it was much needed. So, okay, that's how this week is going to go. Love to report that. And we do have some great tea to spill. So, shall we get started? Hi, Julie H. Welcome. How's it going? Good to see you. Okay, guys. So, got a few stories. Of course, I made a little thing here so that we can see visually some of these things going on, because we did need visual aids for this for this tea. Okay, so first things first, did you guys hear that Nicola Peltz and Romeo Beckham they decided to renew their vows? And what's interesting about this is it wasn't very long ago that they got married. But as we've talked about a few times on the channel, the Beckhams and the Peltzes do not get along. No one from the Beckham family attended this vow renewal. Of course, everybody looked beautiful. The photos that came out were gorgeous. Um, I feel like this was definitely a reset. Also, I believe that David Beckham was master of ceremonies at the original wedding. And at this wedding, they had uh, Nicola's dad do it. So it really did feel like a redo. And I wanted to pull some cards just to get sort of the energy around them, the vibe. And they're also kind of a confusing couple, to be honest with y'all. I watched like a couple of, like those cutesy little things that magazines will do where they'll have like couples answering questions and you can kind of get a vibe, like the dynamic of a couple. With them, it's really interesting. I can't tell with Nicola if she is reserved and just kind of like more of a dry sense of humor. Um, I can't tell if it's that or if she's actually like not very nice. Now she is like a billionaire, so I feel like if you're used to having everything your whole life from the time you're a child, you could be a little out of touch. Not to discriminate against billionaires, but just saying that it might be hard for people like that to have that humility that I think everybody needs to be someone that is, pleasant to be around. And then Brooklyn Beckham, he comes across as like very, very sweet and kind of sensitive. So I don't know. But then Nicola talked about on the interview I was watching, talked about how she loves animals. And y'all know that I have a soft spot for anybody who loves animals. So I don't know. They're an interesting couple. All of this drama surrounding them is interesting. It's also interesting that everybody else in the Beckham family seems to love and, really enjoy being around each other. So I just want to check in and see if we can get any tea on this. Hey, Beth, how's it going? How are you? Is everybody feeling the Mercury direct energy today? Are we feeling it? I mean, what a Monday, starting with Mercury direct. We needed this. So happy. Things are going to start falling into place, you guys. And also, I am taking these celebrity headlines with a little bit more gravity now that Mercury is direct, because we will see things start to fall into place with celebs as well, because we're all human, right? So now in the next couple weeks, things will start to clear up. Rumors will start to clear up. We may even be surprised by some of the truths that come out. So expect some interesting developments in our own lives and in the lives of celebs. Okay. So let's see. Hmm. Oh my gosh, Gunyar. Okay. I'm so glad that you and your friend are able to talk about Luke's love life. I'm sorry, the Bridgerton tea that's happening over on Patreon. Okay, that's really good. I'm glad you're getting the scoop. Okay. So let's see. All right. Tapping in, tapping in. So let's do just the energy surrounding this vow renewal for Nicola and Brooklyn. What was the energy around the vow renewal in general? The 3 of Swords. Yep. Okay. So this was done in order to right what they felt were some wrongs. So the 3 of Swords, we did talk about the original wedding and how, I mean, this is really sad, how apparently Nicola felt like Victoria Beckham sort of stole the spotlight from her in a way, dancing with Brooklyn during one of the dances that was supposed to be her dance. And then what's his name? Oh my gosh. J-Lo's ex-husband, the one that looks like a frog. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I know it's not very nice, but hey, we got to spill it here. We got to say it as we see it. Um, he like was like to the most beautiful woman in the room, and of course, Victoria, he met Victoria. So then apparently Nicola ran off crying. I mean, like, just what a sad, icky thing to happen. So 3 of Swords, this totally makes sense. A lot of things apparently went wrong at the original wedding. And yes, the intention of this was to have a fresh start, a clean slate, and for her to get to experience what her wedding, what she thought her wedding should really feel like. I mean, good for them, but honestly, how sad that this is how they felt. That they felt like that wasn't, what they really wanted for a wedding. Also interesting because the date of a wedding does influence the energy of the marriage. So for them to do a vow renewal during Leo season kind of rewrites the signature, the energy signature of the marriage to be Leo energy. So this is them really embracing their spotlight. They also want to, on the positive side, they want to have generosity and love and upliftment in their marriage. I think it's really cute. So I can see this for them. This is nice. I'm actually really glad they did it, considering that we got the 3 of Swords. No one should feel like that on their wedding. Hey Gigi, how's it going? Heat Lifer, what's up? Yay. Heat Lifer chiming in from work. Oh, good. I hope we can spice up your workday a little bit. Gigi, you too. I love it. Oh, how fun. Taking us to the office. The tea timers in the office. Okay. Next up, let's see if we can get the energy of, okay, we're gonna get a little messy. The energy of Victoria Beckham, because that since they are not in communication, I am sure Victoria had some thoughts about all of this. Victoria Beckham, what were her thoughts when she heard about this vow renewal? The Knight of Cups, a fairy tale wedding, a fairy tale romance. Okay, let's get a clarifier. Hmm. 7 of Wands. Yep. Okay. All right, guys. Now, just saying, I do think there was a little bit of a weird, icky, inappropriate jealousy. Okay. I really do. And I don't know, maybe it was on, maybe both women experienced this. I'm not sure. But just what I'm getting from Victoria is kind of a strange 7 of Wands competitiveness. I'm pretty sure we got this when we did the original reading. If anybody can remember, please let me know. I feel like for me, it's like, I do the reading and then it's like I never did it. It's ridiculous. In one ear, out the other for me. But I'm pretty sure that we did get this competition vibe, but regardless, she saw this as a true fairy tale wedding, but instead of getting like the sun card or like, cups or even a heartbreak card, we get the 7 of wands, which is competition. So I do think based on this energy that this 3 of swords makes sense. I don't think that Brooklyn and Nicola were making this up. I think that this is something that they really experienced. You can pick up on it when someone is begrudging of your happiness or your success, and I think that's what happened. I really think that she's like, "Oh, this was a beautiful wedding." But instead of being happy, she's like, "I wanna do something to best them next." So don't be surprised if you hear, David and Victoria do something big in the news, like host some huge party, maybe a New Year's Eve party or a Christmas party, like Kardashian style. They're gonna scheme up something to try to now upstage the Peltz Beckhams. So basically the feud continues. We're not too surprised by this, but I do feel like we are allegedly for entertainment purposes only clearing the air a little bit. Um, yeah, I don't think that Nicola and Brooklyn are doing this to be spiteful. I think that they are just trying to find their happiness because there is some jealousy going on in the family. Families can be tough, but this family dynamic is really this is one of the toughest. When you have people who are supposed to love you actually being jealous of you and kind of plotting on your downfall, sad. Okay, so we are sending all of them love and healing. And honestly, I'm so happy that they reset their marriage with Leo vibes. Leo is also associated with animals. So, she talked about in that interview that she would like take care of animals and rescue them. Maybe they're going to end up doing something like that. So who knows? But I think that they're on a more positive vibe. So we'll keep an eye on them, but hoping that turns out well. Okay. Oh my gosh, Heat Lifer, that's on the list. We will be talking about Taylor Swift and if she's going on the podcast on Wednesday. Okay. Yes, you guys, it is on the list. I'm so excited. All right, next story, guys, buckle up. We need to make this one big here. Okay. So, Timothy Chalamet did not attend Kylie Jenner's birthday dinner on Sunday night. So, she is, a Leo, of course, Leo's son, born on the 10th. So, she's a one energy Leo, which gives her that, independent streak. However, what we also know about Kylie is that while she is very independent, she loves love. She usually has somebody by her side. She's big on family. And the press was already all over this story, so I do think they did some preemptive press because they know this didn't look good. And here's why I am not buying the headline. So here's the headline. Let's finish reading through this. Notably missing from all the posts was Kylie's long-term boyfriend, Timothy Chalamet, talking about her Instagram posts. However, the actor is currently filming the third installment of the Dune franchise in Budapest, Hungary, which could explain his absence from the party. Okay, now when it comes to journalism, you know, publications have to say things that are verified. And if you are People Magazine, you'll say a source told me or whatever. But I am sort of reading between the lines here a little bit with my journalist hat on when they say which could explain his absence. I feel like this looks to me like they're stalling on a story that may come out later about them breaking up. I know. Okay. More I want to say more about this though. Even more concerning than his absence, because sure, maybe he was filming, right? That can happen. They have busy lives. We don't know. Maybe they FaceTimed all day and he sent her a gift in the mail. But what I think is really strange, so these two photos that you'll see on screen are Timothy Chalamet's two last Instagram posts. One, sorry, and I'm not trying to be mean, but what is this outfit? Timothy, please, God. He just looks, I don't even know. I don't get it, but God love him. I'm glad other people see it. The most recent post, though, was of this woman who is on Making the Squad, Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders, and it was just like a joke post. And then he had like his post of him looking kind of weaselly, like with his outfit. So to me, I'm like, this is not a celebrity who's trying to keep their Instagram looking a certain way, which is maybe why he didn't post. I mean, he's posting jokes, he's posting silly things, he's posting his daily life. So I do think it's weird, and I do think it's a red flag that he didn't post anything about her birthday, like not a happy birthday tribute. Um, Even if you're a celebrity, I think it's a red flag. It reminds me of when Jennifer Lopez went to the Met Gala where she was like a chair and Ben Affleck was missing and everybody was talking about it, and they put out a press release, like, the next day saying that Ben Affleck was filming, and then a few months later, turns out they're getting a divorce, and, like, that was one of the big things that, was, like, something that happened where she was like, "Yeah, we're done." So, I just feel like, I don't know. I don't think it's working out. I think it might be over already. So, we're gonna pull some cards to see what's going on. Okay, need a little sip here. What do you guys think? What are your thoughts on this? Any thoughts on him being missing from her birthday celebration? And even more importantly than that, him not even acknowledging her on social media? Weird. Just saying. He does seem like he kind of hides their relationship, even though they have walked red carpets together. But he just doesn't seem proud of her. Do you know what I mean? I think you want your significant other to feel proud of you. Okay, so let's see what's going on here. Also, Mercury's finally direct in Leo. So maybe she's realizing her worth and she's going to move on. A lot going on. A lot going on. Okay. So let's get the energy of Kylie Jenner, first of all, towards Timothy Chalamet at this moment in time, allegedly for entertainment purposes only. What are her thoughts on Timothy right now? Queen of Swords. Ooh, she may have cut him off. You guys, Queen of Swords. Oh, she is done. Allegedly. She's done. Yeah, this might have been the last straw, you guys. Okay, but we have her in Queen of Swords energy, and good for her. If somebody isn't showing up for you the way that you show up for them, yeah, you got to sometimes cut your losses. Literally, Queen of Swords, cut it off, cut your losses, move on, draw a boundary. That's the energy of the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords knows her worth and draws boundaries. So this could have been like a life learning lesson, maybe a turning point in her realizing her worth. A reason, a season, or a lifetime. Sometimes people come into your life just to show you that you have to draw boundaries. So interesting. Okay, let's get his feelings towards her. Let's see. His feelings towards her. How does Timothy Chalamet, allegedly, for entertainment purposes only, feel towards Kylie Jenner at this time? Hmm. How does Timothy feel towards Kylie at this time, allegedly? The star card. Okay, interesting, interesting. So the star card, this is about, you know, obviously shining, being in the spotlight. I think he does acknowledge that she has that beautiful sparkling energy. Um, so he does realize who she is. He sees that she is a special person. This is a very positive feeling towards somebody. The star can also, because the star comes after the tower in the tarot deck, the star can also indicate healing and renewal after a difficult time. So maybe, I don't know, when was the last time they were spotted together? Maybe they broke up like a couple weeks ago and he's seeing her smiling and posting these photos where she looks great and she has all of her friends around her. And maybe he's seeing that she is healing and moving on. Let me get a clarifier on this one. Hi, Pat. Thank you for your request. Yes, if we have time at the end, I will absolutely pull a card to see how Luke is going to do off Broadway. And for Nicola, you guys have to check out the Patreon or members this week because right after this, I'm going to be filming a deep dive on Nicola's love life like I did last week for Luke. So I'm excited. I learned a lot about her. Okay. So the star card, let's see. We need a clarifier on the star. Timothy allegedly sees Kylie as the star. What else? Temperance. He also sees her as someone who is balanced and is able to keep it together. Okay. this to me feels like they have broken up because okay, it's sort of like and I actually think that she dumped him, which I love. Okay, I love it. I think she realized her worth. I think she dumped him. Like maybe he wasn't committing. I don't know. We'll do past, present, future to see how it unfolded. Allegedly for entertainment purposes only. But I get her as the Queen of Swords, so her being the one drawing the boundary. Hi, Penny D, welcome. And then he sees her as like strong and stable and still shining, unable to dim her sparkle. So I don't think that like I don't know, I feel like it wasn't messy. I feel like she realized sort of what was going on. She realized that he wasn't going to do whatever it is that she needed from him. Maybe he was more non-committal, like, I don't know, but she didn't fall apart. She was strong, and now he kind of looks at her in this different light to where he sees her as this very balanced, very strong, very trustworthy person who is emotionally, like, solid as a rock, temperance card, and able to keep shining after a heartbreak. So, it's almost like, I don't know, maybe he has some regrets here. Hmm. Like, maybe he didn't expect her to break up with him, and he's sorta like, "Oh, wow, did I mess up?" Okay, so let's do past, present, future for how this alleged breakup unfolded. Lauren A says he never seemed that invested, to be honest. I agree with you, Lauren. It was just so weird to me how she was always, like, sneaking in to premieres of his through back doors, and then when we finally did get, a red carpet moment, it was just like once in a blue moon when we know that they've been together for years. So I agree. It's not like he was posting about her on his social media. And again, if you look at the little slide I created here, it's not like he's kept his social media for like only work or like I just don't think he has a real reason. I mean, he's posted I forgot her name, but something her last name's Trammell, like a screen grab from, that Making the Squad Dallas Cowboys cheerleader show. Like, it's very unserious. So he could have easily posted her and been more proud of her. Okay, so how did it unfold? Allegedly for entertainment purposes only. How did Kylie and Timothy's breakup specifically unfold? I'm curious if her baby Day still want her baby dad okay. I was like, "What?" If her baby daddy still wants her, I don't know, Penny. We should pull that too. We'll get a little messy today. Okay. How did the breakup unfold, allegedly? Hmm. Okay, we have Page of Wands. Okay, immaturity. You know this is him. You know this is him. So, definitely Timothy, I think we've gotten this card for him before. He comes across as a little bit immature. I mean, even if we, like, look at this photo of him that I have on screen here where he's like in a little purple outfit, not wearing a matching hat. It's like I feel like he's trying to be this like cool guy, and when you're trying to be something like a cool guy, laid back guy or whatever, it's like you're not just being yourself, right? And that's something I think we do when we're younger. We try to look a certain way or we like are really overly invested in our image. And as you grow up, you kind of just settle into yourself and you're like, take it or leave it. This is me. And Page of Wands, this is like someone who's very immature. This is sort of like image focused, a little insecure, and maybe he looks at new relationships or attention from women. We have the wands here as a way to boost his ego. So he may not have been super trustworthy. And I think that could have had something to do with this story. I mean, it definitely is part of what set off the breakup, allegedly, according to the tarot tea. Okay, so we have the Page of Wands. So him not being trustworthy, him being immature. Okay, we're not surprised by that. What else happened? He's very Venus and Aquarius. Oh my God, Gigi, you are so right. You are so right. Like, I'm just so cool. I'm so offbeat. And I can say that, by the way, as an Aquarius rising, because I have my moments, I'll own it. I can make fun of fellow Aquarius vibes. Okay. So, Page of Wands. Okay, I'm so cool. I'm so offbeat. I think it got old. And then what else? The Tower. Yep, you guys. I mean, you can't make this stuff up. When the tarot tea is just spilling. Yeah. That was it. Like, and we have her as the Queen of Swords. I think she heard of a flirtation or, maybe he went out one night, stayed out all night, didn't call her back. She heard because the Kardashians have sources everywhere. I mean, they have people that work at clubs, allegedly. They have people, they kind of know what's going on. I'll just say that. Like, I don't think that it's easy for people to keep things a secret from the Kardashians just because I think Kris Jenner gets in there and she'll find out. But I feel like she got word of him being a page of wands out and about without her around. And she finally said, I'm over this. I'm going to Queen of Swords it. I'm about to have my 28th birthday. Like, I'm the temperance card. Like, I need somebody who can meet me at my level, who wants the same things that I want. I'm kind of tired of this page of wands behavior. So we have the page of wands, the tower. Yeah. And then it was just over, done, led to the breakup. I feel like it was kind of quick too. Let's see if I can get one more clarify. Oh my God, wait. Bottom of the deck, you guys, what we don't see, 9 of swords. There was a lot of stress and anxiety though. There was a lot of stress and anxiety leading up to this breakup. Who is that? Who is the 9 of swords, allegedly? Who was the most stressed out about the breakup? The hermit. They both have Virgo placements. Oh my gosh, who has more Virgo placements? Oh my God. Were they both stressed out because they both have Virgo placements? Let me see. I need another hint, spirit. Who was the most stressed out? 9 of swords. Gigi says as Aquarius sun, I don't think I'd be able to date someone with an aqua Venus LMAO. Me either. Oh my God, I love it, Gigi. The self-awareness is key. The Lover's card. Both of them. Okay, so I do think that both of them had a lot of anxiety about this relationship, but for different reasons. So this might actually be a huge relief. Yeah, guys, I think this needed to end for a while. Um, just a lot of anxiety on both sides. I think for him, he was anxious about, how this made him look with it, being image conscious, being the page of wands that he is. And then for her, I think she was very stressed out again because he was the page of wands. I mean, he was sort of the problem, to be honest, allegedly. He was the problem. I just think that he wasn't ready, kind of like what you said, Lauren. He wasn't as invested or as ready to be as invested in the relationship. And I think that caused a lot of stress for both of them. Yeah, I think he just was always concerned about how it was making him look. Is this affecting his ability to get serious roles? All of that. And then for her, she was like, does he even care? Is he going to, be here next month? He just seems kind of one foot in, one foot out. So this needed to happen definitely for the best, sending them both love on their journey. And then, Penny, to your question, such an interesting one. Does Travis Scott want Kylie back? Allegedly, for entertainment purposes only. Is there any feelings that he has towards Kylie? I was wondering that too. I was like, I wonder if Travis Scott got her like, a big bouquet of flowers or something. How does Travis Scott allegedly feel towards Kylie? Oh my God, Penny says, I just look, my Venus is in Aquarius. Well, we love it, Penny. It works for you. Honestly, I do think the male and the female energy is a little bit different of each sign. But we love it on you, Penny. Just not on Timothy. Also, I think when it's done in like an immature way, it's different, because like Venus and Aquarius energy, like Taylor Swift has Venus and Aquarius. We love her vibes. But like when Timothy does it, I don't know. It's just annoying. Sorry, it is. Okay. Travis. He's temperance too. Now, interesting that he comes up as the same energy as Kylie. I feel like he's a type of person that's a little bit. Okay, this is gonna sound weird because temperance in this setting feels emotionally distant. Like they both kind of I don't know that Kylie and Travis Scott's relationship was very like deeply emotional, if you know what I mean. It feels more like I don't know, when I get the temperance here, I get cold. So I feel like he's a little bit more cold in general. Um, and he feels kind of cold towards her, but she also came up as the temperance. Oh, I don't know. I don't think it would be great for them to get back together. Let's see. Let's get a clarifier on how he feels. Hi, Eva Dolls. Welcome. Gigi says Harry Styles has the same vibe when it comes to love, and he's got Venus in Aquarius. Oh my God, you're so right. Like literally, like outfit wise, just like free spirit wise, like they're so alike. Oh my God, Gigi, I love it. I love it. I love when you see the astrology in the wild, just like proving it all right. That's hilarious. Harry Styles and Timothy Chalamet have such a similar vibe. They're like these like pixies, just like floating through life, just everything's cool. I don't know. Going with the wind. Okay, what else? Travis Scott, we need another clarifier here. He has temperance energy. It's a little bit emotionally distant from Kylie. How else does he view her? Nine of Wands. Okay, now this is kind of an interesting energy. So, Wands, as we know, is like passion. So, like, is he attracted to her? Yes. Does he think she's beautiful? Yes. Nine is also about transformation, and Nine of Wands is sort of resting on your laurels. It's kind of like taking a step back. Now, this is kind of an energy where it's like, I know we're going to be connected for many, many years, and it's because they have kids together. So I feel like in his mind, he thinks maybe in like 20 years they could end up together, which is very, again, temperance. It's very cold. It's very like this is not like a hot-blooded energy of like, I'm going to rush in and try to win this person over. This is my opportunity. It's none of that. It's very much like, I'm gonna keep living my life, temperance. I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing. I know where she is. I'm always gonna know where she is because we share kids. So it's almost like taking that link for granted. And I do feel like in the future, if they don't end up together, as I suspect they will not, I think this could end up being a big regret. But that's part of what he's here, probably here to learn, allegedly. So yeah, definitely there is hope, but I just don't see it. He's very I get such like a chill vibe of almost like just I don't know, he just sort of like lets things happen. But she's not on his radar of something that he wants to pursue, even though he has feelings for her. Weird. Okay. Take a little sip here. I need a little break. If the rumors are true, they could get together. Gigi. Hey, there you go. There. Perfect. Okay. Next story. All right. If any of you guys are like podcast fans of the canceled podcast, there has been a story that has kind of just taken off on Reddit. It's been everywhere over the weekend. A new episode of the canceled podcast came out with Tana Mojo and Brooke Schofield. This is a podcast that is ending. For those of you who don't know much about them, they had a lot of controversy. The podcast has been going for a couple of years. They started off as really good friends, kind of like, a story that we've heard many times. Started off as great friends. They did a podcast together, and now it's ending and things are getting messy. So, what happened in the most recent episode that everybody's really upset about was Tana, the blonde one, if y'all don't know who they are, was Tana said that she's thinking of taking the channel down once the podcast is over because technically it was her channel to begin with. She just said this like on air. They didn't edit it out. And then Brooke, the girl with the dark hair, said, "Do you hate me that much?" I mean, it was tense. I was like, "Ugh." And I don't really watch it that much. I just heard about it, so I went to watch it. Brooke did some pretty controversial things that I didn't like, so I just was kind of over it. Yeah, just like we talked about it when it first happened, like some racist tweets came up about her, and it just was really. And then the guy that she's with now, he's like a rumored um, PDF file. If y'all know what that means, that's like YouTube speak for you know what. So just like bad vibes, really bad. So I was kind of over the show for a while, but I did tune into this just to like see it for myself. And it was weird. It really got tense. And they tried to play it off, but people could see through it. And there's been controversy going back and forth about, does Tana actually hate Brooke that much? I mean, is she wanting to take it down so that Brooke doesn't get this additional stream of revenue? Or, is she going to leave it up and like could Brooke then take it over? It's just this whole thing. So I wanted to pull a card just to kind of see because we did predict the ending of this podcast. Yes, we did, you guys. Back when all the stuff first started, we did predict that it was going to end. And here we are, astrology, tarot tea confirmation time. So let's just see. Allegedly, for entertainment purposes only, I want to get Tana's true energy, allegedly, towards Brooke. What is Tana's true energy towards Brooke? Also, she said a lot of, all of this flipped over. We obviously can't take all these cards, so we're going to keep going, but there's a lot of energy. She's been trying to keep it very chill, but people are suspecting that there is much, much more to the story that Tana's trying to kind of keep a lid on. Okay. What's going on with Tana, allegedly? Okay, the Ace of Wands, interesting. So she's actually, she has a lot of Cancer placements, and we know Jupiter's in Cancer. So she's actually in a really good period of her life. Ace of Wands, she's feeling inspired. She's feeling excited about the future, about life. She's feeling happy. And the fact that we are getting this energy to explain why she doesn't want to be around Brooke, this tells me that she sees Brooke as like an energy suck, as a joy suck, as like an energy vampire, someone who sort of like sucks the joy out of her life. And that feels accurate based on some of the stuff I've heard, some of the stuff I've seen, some of their interactions. It does seem like Brooke has a very negative vibe, just saying. Um, but Tana actually has a positive vibe. So, yeah, maybe some resentment, maybe just wanting to get away from her. Let's see what else. Oh my God. Guys, the feelings are strong. The feelings are strong. It's taking everything she possibly, could muster energetically to like end this podcast with a smile on her face because I think she just wants to run. Right. Curious astrologically, why does everything seem so emotional right now? Ooh, Penny, what an awesome question. Thank you for asking that. So Jupiter is in Cancer. And Cancer is the emotion associated with mother, father, feelings of being taken care of others. Where do we feel taken care of? Where do we not feel taken care of? Cancer is incredibly emotional. And when we have Jupiter there, it's just like magnifying everything, making everything bigger. And I agree with you. I've also felt like everything has been more emotional, has felt bigger and more important. So this is like a really good time if you want to like start some sort of routine, like going on daily walks or working out or getting a hobby that can help like take your mind off things and get your energy out. This year is the year to do that because Jupiter's going to be in Cancer for a full year. So things are just going to we're going to feel more. And that can be good. We can feel more of the good things. But also, if we feel emotionally wounded, we're going to feel more of the difficulty too. Jupiter just, brings the emotions up. So, yeah. And then Gigi, exactly. We had a full moon on the 9th in Aquarius. Although, with Aquarius being the full moon, I do feel like Gigi, I don't know. I'm an Aquarius rising and I expected to feel more, but I just got more passionate about like a project. But that's so Aquarius. It's more like in your head. So I didn't personally feel a surge of emotions with this full moon like I usually do. But if some people did, that would make a lot of sense too. So those are my thoughts. Those are my thoughts on that. Okay. So we have the Ace of Wands. Okay, interesting. What else? What else do we have for how Tana feels towards Brooke? Allegedly, for entertainment purposes. The 4 of Cups. Yeah. Disappointed. I think she's disappointed in her. And what's interesting is the person on this card, they are holding a pillow. They're looking all sad. I'm telling you, this energy to me resonates with Brooke so much. She does seem like a kind of like just a downer, like one of those people that sees the negative when she could see the positive. And I'm sorry that like I'm sorry that someone would feel like that in life. We all go through negative spells like in life where we just aren't as positive or we're going through something. So, I'm not trying to like throw judgment on somebody for that, but just energetically, like, this is a tough energy to be around. When you're around someone who always wants to see the negative, and I think that it's worse because Tana is in Ace of Wands energy, so it's almost like have you guys heard that, like, crabs in a barrel metaphor where it's kind of sad and gross actually, but, like, if you put or in a boiling pot, like, if you put a bunch of this is gross, crabs in a boiling pot, one will try to climb out, and if it starts to get to the top, the others will pull it back in. That's kind of this vibe. And they've talked about how in the beginning of their podcast, they both started off in a place where they felt a little bit down. Like Tana was single. Brooke had like some kind of bad relationships. She dated Matt Rife, the guy who bought the Annabelle doll, which that's another topic we've already gotten into. That's a little crazy, but just like kind of a bad vibe. And then, as things have progressed, it's sort of like Brooke kept getting into more things and more scandals and just really a lot of drama and negative things that she did in the past kept coming out. And Tana got into a relationship where she was really happy and she started to like get her life together in different ways and she got sober and like it just seemed like her life was on an upward spiral and Brooks was on the downward spiral. So I do feel like there have been things that have gone on behind the scenes where Brooke has tried to pull Tana back down into that into that boiling water. Yuck. Sad. Interesting. Thanks for explaining, Britt. I've been in my head. Oh, Penny. I totally get that. Sending you a big hug, Penny. And I'll pull a card for all of us at the end of this for our like Mercury direct focus. And we'll see if we can get some like uplifting good vibes cultivated at the end of this. Okay. And then just to close this story out, how is Brooke allegedly feeling towards Tana behind the scenes? How is Brooke allegedly feeling towards Tana behind the scenes? Hmm. The Hierophant. Okay, interesting. She sees her as a teacher. Now, I don't think that this is something that she has communicated to her because she is in that Four of Cups, kind of emotionally more closed off, more shut down. But I think that, in her heart of hearts, deep down, I think that this has been a lesson for her, a life lesson. And I think that she is being forced to learn some difficult lessons. And this is about, the Hierophant is about humility. It's about learning to be a better person. The Hierophant is going to tell you the truth. It's going to call you out so that you can find the problem and then fix it. So yeah, this has been a very intense, transformative experience, but I do think that she sees her as someone that she would actually like to be more like, whether she admits that or not. Interesting. Okay, I'm going to leave that there because I was just so curious. I was so curious, but that makes a lot of sense. Okay. Next story. Okay, you guys, Heat Lifer, here we are. Okay, so there are rumors swirling that Taylor Swift is going to be on the New Heights podcast this Wednesday. Now, I have a little article here that actually lays out the Easter eggs, and I do want to read it or like a little excerpt from it. Of course, Wednesday is the 13th, so that's already kind of like, I mean, if it was going to happen, it was going to obviously have to happen on the 13th. Okay, let's see. Fans are speculating. Hold on. We need the elevator music. Okay. Fans are speculating that Taylor Swift will be a guest on the New Heights podcast. Here are the Easter eggs. This is from MSN, a repost from CBS Philadelphia. Okay. Could this be the week Taylor Swift makes her first appearance on the Kelsey Brothers New Heights podcast? And could the music icon also announce new music? What? Oh my gosh, we should all be so lucky and excited. The New Heights podcast posted a tease Monday morning to a new episode releasing at 7 p.m. on Wednesday. 92 percenters were coming back early for a special episode with a very special guest. The X post reads, what? I don't think they've ever done an early episode for anyone. So Easter eggs are already starting to pop up. In the photo accompanying the post that you guys are looking at now on screen, Chiefs tight end Travis Kelce is on the left and former Eagles center Jason Kelce on the right. In between is a blacked out silhouette that appears to resemble Taylor Swift. It seemed like a possibility after a few hints were posted on social media Monday. These rumors are not like the Reputation Taylor's version release date or all the reasons why she'll be performing at next year's Super Bowl. Let's break it down. So they're basically saying that was a little bit of a weird sentence, but they're basically saying that this is different from times in the past where people have thought that maybe she was going to go on the show. So it's well known that the number 13 is Swift's lucky number. August 13th is the episode's release date. If you look closely at Jason Kelce's t-shirt, that's Swift during her Popular Era's tour. That's the Midnight's era, by the way. So I guess that was like official merch that he was wearing. Okay. I mean, this is getting, I'm starting to believe Travis Kelce is giving that look he gives to Swift. Now, that is professional level sleuthing. If that is like his specific look that he gives to her and they're able to recognize it. Coinciding with the New Heights podcast post was a series of recent posts on Swift's marketing account, Taylor Nation, pointing to the next era. Guys, I believe it. We're going to pull some cards to verify, but I totally believe it. Taylor Swift posted 12 photos of the singer wearing orange. I'm sorry, Taylor Nation posted 12 photos of the singer wearing orange. The background of the New Heights podcast is orange for this one, and it does have a little bit of sparkle on it, which I looked at the other thumbnails and none of them had this. The background of the New Heights is orange. Swift has 11 studio albums. So if the Berks County, Pennsylvania native announces a new album, it will be her 12th. If you've made it this far, it all makes sense that this could finally be the episode that Swift makes an appearance on her boyfriend Travis Kelce's popular podcast. So stay tuned. You guys, I'm setting my alarm. We're gonna see if this happens on Wednesday. And did y'all see that? The cards are just like shooting out. What? Okay. I'm going to say it's a yes. I don't even need to pull a card to know. What are y'all saying? So funny. Heat Lifer says, sorry, I'm working on listening. I'm an Aquarius rising as well. Oh my gosh, yay. And was more enthralled in a project with the new moon. Okay, Heat Lifer. So we're on the same vibe. Interesting. Happy project making to you. Here we go. 13's our lucky number. Exactly. Heat Lifer says their episode is usually at 9:30 a.m. on Wednesday, not in the evening. Did they have to do some extra editing, some extra approvals that had to go through Taylor Swift's very serious PR team? Possibly. Penny D says, yeah, I thought she would have been on it already. I know, me too, Penny. Gigi says, all the signs point to her. Yep. Penny says, I like football, so I do watch it. I watch it too. Yeah, it's definitely a podcast that Michael and I both watch because we, one of those things we can watch together. So we love the show. Okay. So let's see. Oh, I don't even know what to ask. Let's just see what comes through. The energy surrounding this alleged podcast appearance on Wednesday. Oh, here. Make myself bigger so I can see the cards. Will Taylor Swift be on the podcast? The Fool card. Oh, this is a yes. Look at this. Head held high, having fun. What is the new era about? It's about being carefree, being happy. And look at the dog in this card. So this is like a well-known nod to loyalty because obviously dogs are known to be loyal. And so this card is about the feeling that you have when you can be more carefree because you know that the people around you are loyal to you. You feel safe. Yeah, she's gonna go on. I think she's gonna have a lot of fun. It's gonna be a really fun, uplifting episode. Like, we're gonna see her in kind of a different light. I think she might be more silly than usual. Of course, she's always pretty like herself, but there's this like joy. And it is a fresh start. Oh my God. Okay. Oh my God, at the bottom of the deck, what we don't see, you guys stop. Look at this card. Now I know last time this is what we got for the Annabelle doll, but it's a different context. Look, the 2 guys in the front, and then look who's standing in the back. Yes. Guys, okay, yes, the answer is yes, yes, yes. Can you believe this? This is nuts. The fact that this card came through, 2 guys in the front, and then, 1 woman right there in the middle. That's Taylor. And also, fun fact, little stars on this card represent Aquarius energy, and she is an Aquarius, Venus in Aquarius. So, okay, very exciting. Uh, all signs point to yes. Absolutely. Oh my gosh. Okay. I feel like, yeah, we know. This is exciting. I can't wait to hear the episode. I wonder if it'll just be like a little clip at the end, but still, the fact that she's going to go on it, that's such a big deal. Definitely even more so solidifying the seriousness of their relationship, you know? Okay, and then I did have a request. I'm going to end the podcast with one request, and I'm going to pull a collective card for all of us to inspire us moving forward with this very positive week, a week when we also have Mercury finally direct. So I'm going to get some tarot tea for us, okay? Because we deserve it. We are the stars of this show. Okay, let's see. Where was the request? Oh my gosh, I hope I can find it. Scrolling up. Okay, I think I kind of remember it. So the request was, okay. Okay, I feel like we do that one a lot, Gunyar. So I'm going to do the other request about how Luke is doing with this off-Broadway show, or like how the preparation's going, kind of how he's doing, how it's going to be. Okay. I'm a little behind because people are peopling. This is great, Britt. Julie, people are peopling. I love that. People are going to people. How's Luke Newton going to do with this off-Broadway performance? Will he get good reviews? How's it going to go for him? That's a little bit of fresh tea. The strength card. Ooh, I think that he's going to be very strong. I think people are going to say that he has a strong performance. That's good. Hey, that's all you need. What else? The 4 of Cups. But he's always so hard on himself. He's going to be hard on himself. There may be some negative reviews in the beginning. He may struggle with a little bit of it. But we have the strength card, so he's going to persevere. He's going to persevere. That's also a Leo card energy. It's positive. So, we already know he's in his head a lot. That's okay. He has that Aquarius energy. Aquarians can be in their heads a lot. All of my friends out there, you guys, tea timers with Aquarius placements, we can get in our heads. It's a thing that we do. Sometimes we just have to remember not to think so much about things. What else? The world card. The world is in his hands. He's going to do great. He's going to do great, but I think he's going to have a little bit of nerves, maybe a bad review or 2 in the beginning, but ultimately we have strength card, the world card. Yeah, I think he's going to ace it. I think he's going to do amazing because he's a great actor. Of course he's going to do amazing. Okay, now, last, a little reading for all of us, you guys. What is the energy of this week that we need to take with us? What is some energetic inspiration? We're going to do the Britney Spears Oracle deck because obviously. Okay, so what positive energy should we be embodying? What is the attitude that our angels want us to embrace this week as Mercury finally goes direct and as things start looking up and Jupiter and Venus are coming together? Like, it's just such a good week, you guys. Use this week for anything really important. Today, tomorrow, like do things today and tomorrow that you want to turn out well. So anything that's important to you, do it. After I get off of this, I'm going to be doing the other installment of Patreon. I'm going to film that, and then I'm going to send some emails out. I'm going to pitch some guests. Like, I'm going to be using these next 2 days. Okay. The energy for this week. Oh my gosh, you're so welcome. Thank you for requesting, Pat. It's easy for me to understand him and is judgmental to yourself. Oh, Gunyar, totally. Well, you got to be a little bit easier on yourself, but hey, we all have our stuff that we do. But just know you are fantastic. Okay, as I drop all the cards. Okay, the perfume queen for us this week. Interesting. The perfume queen. Have we ever gotten this one before? I don't know that we have. I know that I haven't because I pull these for myself when I need to pick me up. Okay, the Perfume Queen. Let me see. Okay, 49. Sorry. Need that elevator music going. All right. All right. Here we go. The Perfume Queen, our inspiration for this week, you guys. Not only is Britney a platinum selling recording artist and pop icon, she's also an entrepreneur. Ooh. Her first fragrance, Curious, launched in 2004. And since then, Brit has added countless scents to her line, from the gourmand sweet fantasy to the coffee scented private show to the androgynous prerogative. Name a mood, and Britney's got a scent for it. Perfume is one of Britney's passions, and not only are her fragrances delicious, their commercials are practically mini music videos. The Perfume Queen is about more than smelling great. It's about expanding your skill set and following your nose to new opportunities. Ooh, I like that. Are you building up the courage to take a leap of faith and follow your heart? Spritz on one of Britney's signature scents and change your life. I'm telling you guys, this is the weekend, specifically today and tomorrow. Take the leap, put the feelers out there, make the appointment, set up the date, send the email, make the request, do all the things, okay? Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Okay, you guys, and I love you very much. Thank you for everything and thank you for being here. I hope you have an amazing week, and I will talk to you guys very, very soon. Bye, guys. Enjoy the week. It's going to be so good.